Hey guys, today in this video we are going to create a movie search web app, and in this app we are able to search any movie. Suppose if I search Iron Man and press enter, it's gonna load this movie, and we can also watch its trailer, which is a very exciting thing. You can watch the trailer as you can see here. I'm not going to watch because of the YouTube copyright thingy, so that's why I'm not going to watch the entire trailer. Okay, so you can search for any movie, and you can try searching for different movie, like say Batman. Okay, and if I reload this page, it's gonna stay on this very page because of this URL prompts which we are passing movie equals to Batman. Okay, so this is what we are going to build today. I hope you guys are excited, so let's get started and let's build this thing. By the way, we are using Next.js 13.4 and TailwindCSS and TypeScript for this project. So let's get started. So I will come here and open my terminal, and in here I'm going to say npx create next app at latest movie search yt. Okay, we want TypeScript, we want ESLint, we want Tailwind, we want src directory, we want app router, and we don't want to customize our import aliases. Okay, so let's just wait till it's create our project. Okay, so our project is created as you can see. So let's try opening it inside VS Code. So let's do cd movie. Oh, let me just go here first and then type cd movie, and I will do code dot to open my VS Code inside this folder. My VS Code is here, guys. So as you can see, so first thing first, let's start with our Tailwind configuration first. So I will go to Tailwind config.js, and inside this extend I'm just going to remove this background image property. Okay, and in here I'm just going to write colors. I'm basically extending the colors, and we will be using three main color for this app, which will be our primary, secondary, and text color. Okay, so that's all for tailwind config.js. And next thing is we will open our terminal, and we will do npm run dev to see if this project is working or not. So let's go to localhost 3000. Okay, so our project is working. So let's go to the pages directory, and in here I will just collapse this main and delete everything, and I will write my main here and hello world. Let's save this and check this out if it's working. Yeah, it's working. So next thing is we will go to uh, global.css and remove everything. Okay, Now let's see, much better. Okay, so now what we will do is we will go to the layout.jtsx file, and in here what we are going to do inside this body, we are going to create a folder called component first inside the source directory. So I will select the source directory and then create a new folder called components, and inside this folder I'm just going to create a navbar.tsx. Okay, so where it is, okay, so let's create a new file and called navbar.tsx. okay, and I will do RAFCE to quickly create my functional based arrow component. Okay, by the way, I am using this extension if you guys want to know how I able to do it. So I'm just using ES6 ES7 code snippet. It's called, not ES6, ES7, yeah, this one, ES7 React Redux code snippet. Okay, so that's all. That's how I was able to do RAFCE to create a arrow based functional component. Okay, so let's go to the layout.tsx file, and in here inside this body what we are going to do is we are going to use our navbar, quickly import it from our navbar, from our components. Okay, so navbar is here, so if I'll save it, it should say navbar, yeah, navbar and then hello world. Okay, so this is working. So let's go back to our navbar component and let's finish our navbar first. So navbar will be a client component. Okay, so we will use client. Okay, so let's go and do const input set input. We are using a piece of state, set state. Okay, and then we will be using const router equals use router from next slash route, not next slash router, from next slash navigation. So if I just go a little bit back, next slash navigation it is. Okay, so let's just take this one and we will change to navigation. Okay, so we have used router hook placed, and we will be using a function called search movie. So for that very function, what it will do, we will just define it, const search movie. Okay, so this function will take event. Okay, so it will do event.prevent default. Okay, and then it will do router.push. It will push movie equals input. Okay, and this will use backtick here. Okay, set input to blank. Okay, so this will be the function of our search movie. Okay, so now just go back here and let's just give some styles. So I'll just give a class name bg primary. Okay, py4, px4 and md px0. Okay, we will take a div and in here we will give a class name of container and mx auto and flex and justify between items center. Okay, and then we will use a next link component, so I'll just type link and import it from next link. Okay, auto import, and then href equals to a single slash. We will just move to the home page with the help of this div, with the help of this link, sorry. Text 30 pixels and font medium, and we will say logo. Okay, something like this. Before we move any further, let's first of all give the type of this e. So it will be a type of react dot form event. Okay, and it will be a html form element. Okay, so we have given the type of this, so TypeScript is throwing no errors for us. Okay, so let's just go back and see how our app is looking now. So if we will just wait, yeah, here it is, the link is also working. Okay, so but the text color is not applying, so let's go back to the global.css, and in here I will do add layers base, and we will target body, and in body I will just write apply text white. Okay, yeah, it's way much better right now. Okay, so don't worry about the spacing right now, it will be fixed. Let's just go back to the layout.tsx, and in layout.tsx what we are going to do is we are going to do nothing. Okay, so we are going to go back to navbar.tsx again. Okay, so in navbar.tsx what we want to do is we want to take a form, something like this, and remove this action, and on submit equals to search movie. Okay, the function which we have created earlier, this one. Okay, we are calling it from here, and then we will have a div. Okay, this div will contain a class space x4. Okay, and then it will have an input. Okay, this input will have a class bg secondary. Okay, and px4. Okay, py2. Okay, outline none, and place holder text dash text color. Okay, input will be type of x, and then value equals to input, the state which we have created earlier. Okay, and then on change, so we're just making it a control input, so event, and we will do something like set input, okay, event dot target dot value, fine. Okay, so now we will have a button. After this input we will have a button, and this button will be of type submit, and it will be have some class like bg secondary, text color, okay, and py2, px4, and hover, bg text color, and hover text dash white. And it will say search, okay. Now let's see how it is looking. Okay, so we have some spacing issue here. Let me see what went wrong. So instead of pt it should be py, okay. now it's looking awesome. Okay, so we missed the placeholder though, so for the placeholder we will do search a movie. Okay, looking great. Our navbar is here. So next thing which we are going to create, it would be a homepage component. So homepage component, so let's go back and create a component called home. Before I start creating this component, I would like to have my API ready for the movie. So we are using TMDB API, so all you have to do is just go to TMDB, search like that, and then just go to this very website, and once it's open you have to log in if you are not already logged in. If you don't have an account, just create an account. It's really very easy. So once you have an account and you are logged in, just click on here and then just go to settings, and then you can scroll to the API section, and once you are in the API section you can see API key. So you have to copy this thing, and then you have to close this tab, we don't need anymore. Then you have to go to your source directory, and in the source directory, not in the source directory, outside the source directory I mean, and then you have to create a file called .env.local. Okay, so something like this, and then you have to do what is, you have to write next public API key, and then you have to paste that string which you have copied. So you have to append it with next public, because otherwise it won't work inside the client components. So you have to make it next public. Okay, so this is ready. So we are going to save this one and then just go back, and we have to close our terminal and rerun because we have changed environment variable. So I will do npm run dev again, so it's starting the server. Okay, so let's go back to the home component, and in home component first of all we will give it some style. bg secondary, relative, and px4, and on mdpx0. Okay, so let's go back to the app, and in the pages we are going to render our home. Instead of this main tag, just render home like this, and we have to import home. Okay, so we have to manually import it. So we will do something like this. Instead of navbar, it would be home, and in here it would be home. Okay, since we are calling this component home, we cannot call to home, so for that we are just going to call this as home page. This should work. Okay, so let's see if it is working. Let's go back to the browser. Okay, let's wait for the localhost 3000. Okay, so our home component is here, so everything is working. So let's go back to the home component and keep building. So so now here we will do, what we will do is we will use a state called is loading. So if it's loading, then we want to show our loading component, which we don't have but we will have in a minute. Okay, so if it's loading, so let's just first create this loading state. So const is loading, set is loading equals use state and then false. Okay, so now let's go and create our loading component. So for that we are just going to go into the components and then loading.tsx. Okay, so in here I will just do RAFCE to create a loading component, and in this, the main, we are just going to import this loading component. Okay, so now inside this loading component, what we are going to do, we are going to use CSS loader. So I'm just going to open a new tab called loading. Okay, so loading.io it was, I think, pure CSS loader. You have to go here, and in here I am just going to use this loader here, so I can just copy this CSS. So it's from here to here. I'm just gonna copy this to my global.css, and I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, so again go back to the page and then copy the HTML markup for this. So this is the markup, and then go back to the loading.tsx, and I'll just paste this here and change this class to class name. Okay, and then I'm also going to add a few more stuffs here. So I'll just do class name absolute. Okay, left 50%, just trying to center it. Okay, top 50%, minus transform x not full 1/2. Okay, minus transform y 1/2. Okay, bg hash 0000 and then 7a for transparency. And now width would be 100% and height would be 100% as well, and then grid and place items center, place item center. Okay, now so if we will go back to our loading component and just try with a true so that we can show our loader. So if we just go back to localhost 3000, use state, we have to make it use client because we are using use state here, use client. Okay, now it will work. So where's our loading component? We cannot see it. I think it's somewhere around here. We cannot see it. Anyway, never mind. I think we can see it if we just do something like height of the screen. Okay, yeah, there's our loader, as we can see here right now. Okay, so our loader is working. Just undo this hide of screen and then this will be false. Now what we will do is we will just take a div, the class name container mx auto mean height, we are going to calculate it, and 100 vh minus the height of our navbar, okay, which is 77 pixel, and it will be calc, calculate. Okay, so then flex item center and relative. Okay, this is here. Now we will take another div with a class name flex column on lg flex row display flex. Okay, gap of 10. Okay, and lg mx 10 and py 20. Okay, so then we will have another div with a class name of mx auto and flex known and relative. Okay, and this div will contain our image. So for our image we will use next image component. So this one, next image component. Okay, so this component will auto close and we provide src as https:/image.tmdb.org/t/p w500, and we are going to pass something called movie, which we don't have right now. Movie dot poster underscore path. Okay, so we don't have movie dot poster path right now, but we will create it in a minute. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a use effect. Okay, so we will be having a state called I think we will call it movie. Okay, we will be having a state, we will call it movie. So let's go and create a state const movie set movie equals use state, and it will be of type movie interface. Okay, so we have to create an interface for our movie, which I just going to quickly copy paste here so that I don't waste a lot of your time. So this will be the type of the object. It will be an interface called iMovie, and it will have a poster path, string, title, string, and so on. Okay, so we will have again another state for our image loading. Set uh, image loading, set is image loading. Okay, something like this, and we will have a use state, use effect, sorry, use effect. We will auto import it, and we will pass the dependency array for now empty. Okay, so let's just, we are going to use a package called Axios for sending our API request. So I'm just going to open a terminal and another terminal, and I'm just going to write npm iaxios Axios. Okay, so it's installed, so we can use Axios now. But before that, we are going to do set is loading to true, set is image loading to true, both to true, and then we will take a variable let search movie equals to search params dot get. Okay, and then movie. We don't have this search param right now, but we will create it in a minute. All we have to do is just go up here and do this search params equals to use search params, and we are going to import it from next navigation. Okay, so next navigation, it's imported. Now we can use this search movie. So now we will do axios dot get. Okay, so we're trying to get a get a movie detail. Okay, so since first of all, if we don't have any movie in our search movie, then we are going to set it to default movie. In this case, we are going to set it for Avengers. You can set it for your favorite movie as your default page or home page. You can see I'm just doing it for Avengers. Okay, so this is it, and we're going to write http. I'm just going to copy the URL so that I don't mistype it. So this will be the URL. Okay, After this, what we are going to do is we are going to open this curly brackets as an object, and then inside here we are going to write params, and inside this params we are going to pass API underscore key. Okay, and this will be equal to process dot env dot our API key name, which was this next public API key. Okay, and then query equals to search movie itself. Okay, so and then what we can do is we can go here and check its bracket is here. We can write then response. So in this response where we are just going to log this response for now. So let's log this response dot data. Okay, so let's see what we have so far. Okay, so let's try to reload. Images RC undefined is missing the required head property. Okay, so we have to comment it for now. We will comment our image component. Okay, and what we have, let's see. We have this object, and this object contains some results, and this object contains an array of results which have this backdrop path, and then Avenger Infinity War, movie title. Okay, so everything which we need is in here, but we don't have the video so that we can show the trailer and so on. So what we have to do is we have to make another API request from this API request so that we can get our video URLs also. So what we will do is we will just go back here, and inside this then statement what we are going to do is we are going to do this another API request access dot, and this will be res. So we are doing another API request, so this time results dot data dot result 0 dot id we are passing it, we are fetching the details of a single movie. Okay, and then we are setting it to set movie, then we are doing set is loading to false, and then we are logging this data out. So let's see what we are logging this time. Okay, so let's just, so we have this kind of data. So at this time you can see we have this videos also. So in video result we have this video also. So now we can start working on this. So let's go back. So we will go back, and inside this here now we have this source already. We will set to width to 700 and height to 700 also, and class name width 300 pixel, and object fit cover. Okay, alt could be movie poster. Okay, and on loading complete, on loading complete, this will just call an anonymous function and do set is image loading to false. Okay, and then we will write priority, so that we are giving priority to this image component, so it won't lazy load. Image loading is image loading. If it is the case, then we are going to show our loading component inside this image area. Okay, so this is it. So let's see what we are getting on our screen. So again, it's throwing some error. It's saying host name I am image.tmdb.org is not configured under next.config.js. So just copy this here and go back to next.config.js, and in here we are going to type images. Okay, it would be an object, and inside domains it would be an array of a string, and just pass this here, and we should be able to solve this error now. Let's try refreshing. Okay, so we have to restart our server since we changed our configuration files. So let's do this. npm run dev. Okay, so our image is still loading. So for some reason it's not loading properly. Let me check it out. Okay, so we have this object, and this object contains backdrop path. Okay, poster path. Yeah, we have a poster path. Okay, so no worries, I'm just going to copy paste from my previous project into this one. Okay, so let's go. We might have some issues in typing this out all by ourselves. So src. Okay, so what is this? Inside here. Okay, so let's see if it is working. Yes, it's working now. Must be some issue with typing. Okay, so this is working. So our image is here, so let's go and keep building our component. So let's go back to the movie. Okay, so after this image and after this div, we are going to create another div with class name space y6. Okay, and another div with class name uppercase transition y3. Okay, text 26 pixel and md text 34 pixel. Okay, and font medium and pr4 text white, and inside here we are going to render movie dot, since it's TypeScript is giving us all this thing, so movie dot title. Okay, so this is it. So let's go and check if our title is here. Yep, it's here, Avenger Infinity War. Okay, so let's go back. Next is we are going to create a general component. So general component, we will go inside the component and create a new component called geners.tsx. Okay, so in here I will do rfce, and I will just quickly copy paste this component. So we have this igener interface. Okay, it will accept an index, name and length. Okay, so and then what we are going to do is it's printing the name directly, and then what we are going to do is we are checking if the length of the index is equals to length, not equal to length. If index is not equal to length, we are printing a slash, and if it is equals, then we are printing nothing. So it will all make sense once I show you why we are doing it. So let's go back to the home component again, and let's go back to the home component, and in here we will be having a block of code. After this movie component, movie component, yeah, we will have something like this. Okay, so genres, we will just auto import it. Okay, so we are passing it. So let me show you what it does. So it does this, guys. So adventure, then a slash, then action, a slash, and then science fiction, no slash. So when the index is equals to the length, it's just not printing the slash. If it is not equal, it's printing the slash. So this is the use of this component. Okay, so let's go back again, and then we will create our then we will go and create our two more components, which is this here. So this language, release, runtime, rating, all are flex and flex call. Okay, so in md it will be flex row. Okay, so gap of 2, and in md gap of 6. Okay, so this would be coming from again our movie, which we have fetched from our API. Okay, then we have this overview, and then is overview movie dot overview. So it should be here right now if you will see. Yeah, so it's working. Our language, release, runtime and rating are here, and our overview are here. Now what we are missing is we are missing a watch trailer button. So for watch trailer button, what we are going to do is we are going to do this, and we also need to use an API, I mean not API, a library called React Player for playing YouTube videos directly. So, and we also need a library React icons for this icon. So let's install React icon and React Player. Okay, so for React icon, what we can do is we can just go to its home page and just copy this here. Okay, so let's go back and let's go do something like this, and then in the meantime search React Player and this one. Okay, copy. Okay, and do this and do I React Player. Okay, awesome. Now we can import this VS Play icon from React icons. Okay, so let's go at the top and then do import from React icons slash VS. Since it's starting with the VS, so we are just appending the VS. Okay, so this is done, and now what we are going to do is we are going to set is show player. I think it was, what was it, set show player. Okay, set show player. Okay, we will have a state called set show player. Okay, so let's check out if our button is successfully here or not. Yes, our watch trailer button is here, as you guys can see. It's currently not going to do anything, but it's here. So before we implement our watch trailer logic, let's just implement the search logic first. So for search logic, what we can do is we have to take another use effect, and that use effect, I don't think we need any use effect. We just need search prompts inside this use effect. So search prompt, something like this. This should work. Search should be working right now. So let's try Batman. Okay, so let's try searching. Yeah, search is working. Spider-Man. Yep, search is working correctly. Okay, so there's no issue, but I think there's some issue in our loading component. So where is it is? So it is here. So I'm just going to copy paste my loading component first, main div. I think there's some typo which is not letting it do its work. I don't see any typo, but let's just try removing this and let's just paste this in. Okay, and let's try if it is still working. So Batman. Yep, it's right now. By the way, guys, I will be sharing my code in the description below, so you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so our search is working. So let's go back to the home component. Where it is? Yeah, here. So let's go and start working on the, I mean, that pop-up thingy, React player thingy, so that we can see the trailer of the movie. So we will take another use effect. Okay, so this time it will depends upon movie. Every time movie changes, this use effect will be called. Okay, so this use effect will take const trailer video trailer index, okay, equals movie dot videos dot results dot find index, okay, and then element okay, element dot type. We are just checking if the element type is trailer or not. If it is a trailer, then we are going to return its index. And once we have this index, what we can do something like this: const, I'm just going to copy paste so that I don't do any silly mistakes here. So we are doing const trailer URL equals to www.youtube.com/watch, and then movie.video.result.trailer index if it is available. Otherwise we are setting it to 0.key. Okay, so I'll just quickly explain why we are doing it by showing you the object of this movie. But first we are going to use this set trailer and trailer state. So let's go and create a state called set trailer and trailer. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so it's here. So this object, okay, wait, so this object contains movie dot videos, okay, so dot result, okay, so we have many results, okay, but we are trying to finding the type of the result is trailer. So where's the type? So you can see the type is clip right now, so this is not the trailer, so this will not be called, this one is a trailer, so its index will be returned, its index is 1, okay, and then its key is this one, guys, this is very important, its key. So key would be returned here, as you can see, uh, here key, okay. Okay, so it's saying we cannot assign it to boolean, so we are doing a mistake here. We are going to pass this should solve the issue. Okay, so this is working. Now the last thing is that trailer thingy. So for that I'm just going to copy paste React player and just going to explain you what is going on here. So in here, inside here, I'm just going to paste this. Okay, so we are just having a div with absolute and top 3 inset of 7%. Just we are just creating a container like so, okay, and we are doing it, giving it a transition so that we can see it properly. And on the basis of show player, we are just doing opacity 100, z index of 50, otherwise opacity 0, z index of -10. Okay, so we can just write the movie name here also, but we are writing the playing movie trailer, and then we are going to have a close button, which will set the set show player to false, and we have to import this from io, react icons.io, and we have to import react player also. So let's go at the top, and let's go copy this one, and we have to go to the bottom. I forgot to copy the button. Okay, so again, and this will be io. Okay, so and then we are going to lazy import react icon, react player. This is because if we don't do the lazy import, it will be cause dehydration error. So this is important for you guys to import it using this dynamic. So I'm just going to import dynamic from next dynamic. Okay, so import react player / lazy, and ssr will be false. Okay, no server side rendering. Okay, so this is it. It should be working right now. React player is not defined, but we can just close, and let's hit this play trailer, and this is working, guys. This is really insane, guys. This is working. Okay, so we can just search for another movie, like say Spider-Man. Okay, and we can watch the trailer. Okay guys, so this was all the project. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you do, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you in the next one.